Blog Talk Radio.
Hello and welcome to the Diva of Days of Our Lives and Friends. Tonight we'll be discussing the past week of the show. Be sure to check out all our interviews and all our shows. This is our 381st show since we started the Blogtalk radio shows. You can check us. We're on Twitter at Diva of Dole, and we also have a Facebook page, Diva of Days of Our Lives, and you can also find us on iTunes. We have Diva Carey is in here tonight, but we do have Anna. Hi, Anna.
Hello. Hello. And I was
Hello.
30 seconds early this time.
I know you were.
Did you just about pass out? Like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yes.
Here.
Wait, is that Anna? Oh yeah. Okay, that's
What's
her.
that sound?
Yeah.
What's that sound?
Yeah.
You can find me at Kazi Hooch on Twitter.
Okay. All right, and we have Jen. Hi, Jen.
I'm at REXJDK at Twitter.
Okay, and I'm Marianne, and I'm at Mama_Hooch on Twitter. And also check out Teo at Teo Penglis on Twitter. Tonight he just tweeted a picture. He's at I think it's the closing night of the Greek Film Festival. He is with Leanne and his friend Jack Betts. So, and then looking gorgeous as ever. And also at Lauren Koslow, who always looks gorgeous no matter what picture there is. And also Ian Buchanan. Yes. And also check out Ian
tomorrow.
Buchanan. Yes,
Ian's
at Kill Trip
tomorrow.
USA. And happy birthday to Ian. Tomorrow's his birthday. In fact, he's probably celebrating because he's in London right now, which is already his birthday. So I'm sure he's, because he's been tweeting pictures from London, so that's where he's at now for his birthday. Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
So he has
that's neat.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice birthday trip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, and let's see, we also shout out to at Bob Hapka and at Amy Hapka. You can find them here on Twitter. So I don't know if they'll call in or not, so I don't know. We had a short show last week, so it was a short week, but now we had a full week. Did everybody get this? I actually thought this week was pretty good.
It was.
I don't know how much.
Oh, I'm lame. I was trying to catch up with last week, so I was having to watch it online. And I kind of had a change of plans today at the last minute, which was a good change of plans, but it wasn't. I didn't get finished watching. So anyway, so I will have to follow your lead.
Okay, sure.
How about you, Jen?
Jen, did you like this week?
Yeah, for the most part, I liked it.
Yeah. Well, I have to say I'm loving Xander. He's my new hero, I guess. I don't know. I'm really liking him on the show right now. And I just love his relationship now with Maggie, how they have kind of each other's backs, because he kind of confided in her about his mother. And I think he told Kristen that Maggie reminds him of his mother. I guess his mother had an alcohol problem. Yeah. Yeah. And then, and Maggie has seen another side of Xander, and she seems to have his back, and he has her back, which I thought was really good. And also we had scenes with Xander and Sarah, scenes with Xander and Kristen, scenes with Xander and Brady. So he's all
over the place.
He's all over the place, right? And I guess
I have no problem with that
either.
No, and his character has come a long way from the very first time he came on, which I could not stand him. I couldn't stand the character.
Yeah, you're right. I
couldn't stand
couldn't stand him.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and each time, and each time he's been on, he's come back a little better. I mean, he's still not completely good. He's still like he's still that kind of like Ben Weston. Yeah, kind of like that gray area, but they're starting to redeem him a little bit, which I'm really liking. And so the whole thing with Maggie was, of course, Will's dying, and so they need this diary with the solution to the problem, the antidote. And of course, John thought Eve had it, and Jennifer even came to Eve and tried to get it, and she knows she doesn't have it, but she knows that Xander does.
Yeah.
But she's not giving it up. So when Xander hears all about this, he figures that he wants to give it to Maggie. But he comes and he sees Sarah, and there was some good conversation between the two of them. There's a lot of the banter going back and forth. You can tell there's some sexual tension there. I mean, she's denying it, but I just love how he gets on her all the time.
Yep.
He's telling her that he has the diary, and of course she's not believing him. And he finally does come and give the diary to Maggie. And Brady's shocked because he thinks, what's in it for Xander? When he's alone with Brady, Brady says to him, okay, no, what do you want? How much? Why all of a sudden you just gave it to Maggie? Wouldn't you wanted to make a profit on it? Like you could have sold it to anybody, to the highest bidder. And he says, well, he did it for love. And of course Brady's laughing at him and calling him, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, right. And he said no, because he truly cares for Maggie and also Sarah. He kind of does see that opportunity of like showing Sarah how
he's not.
Maggie could be his mother-in-law.
True. Yeah.
Think about that.
So how did you like? Yeah. How did you like those scenes, Jen? Did you with Xander?
I really like
scenes with Xander.
Yeah, I really like Xander.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
Xander and Ben are making the show for me.
Yes.
Xander and Ben. Yes. And isn't it funny how they are like the bad boys?
Yep.
That are trying, but you see that there's still a little bit of, little bit of heart there.
Well, there's a redemption.
But yeah, they don't take.
Just like Stefan
redemption.
Was a bad guy, but his family was always his, weak spot, except for the kids he killed of his own. But anyway, his family was first.
Same with Andre.
Awesome. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
But
and they kind of did that with Andre. That he was like crazy nuts, and then they kind of redeemed him a little bit, and then kind of made him bad again.
I was watching last week's episodes, and I loved it when Xander got legitimately teary-eyed talking to Maggie. Because at first I was kind of like, is he just putting her on? And then it's like, well, his eyes welled up and everything, and I was like, what? So.
Yeah, and he was even talking to Kristen about Maggie and, like, saying, how he reminded her of his mother. And then Brady was saying it like that because Brady came on because he kind of had his head on his shoulder and stuff. And then we had also Brady covering for Maggie with Sarah and Victor at first because he wanted her to go to a meeting. And he didn't want Sarah to tell Maggie about Will dying because Sarah thought she should know. So they went to this meeting, and then on the way back, they ran into Victor. And Victor says, what are you two up to? So Maggie finally did tell Victor, it's not for Brady. I went to the meeting. It was for me. And so they kind of had this little talk, and he said, and I'm thinking to myself, he says to Maggie, he said, was it because of me? What could I do to help? And I thought, Maggie, you should have just said, stop being an ass. That's what she should have said. Yeah, I was waiting. I mean, she kind of like, more or less kind of said she took responsibility.
You could remove the wet bar from the living room.
Yeah, and he said, was it because of how... Yeah. And he said, was it because of how I was with Kate? And she said, well, yeah, it was that, but it was also Holly dying and Nicole blaming her for it. And then, the whole thing with Victor and Kate. She said it was just all that together. She says, but it was my fault. And he said, I really think that we should just sit down and talk about this. And she said, okay. And she got up to leave. And Victor says, and he was the first one, he says, I love you, Maggie. And they're, he just, and for Victor to come right out and say that, and then she turned around and she says, I love you too. So I said, yeah. So I guess they're, So
the
that was
magic
nice.
Is back.
And then, and then a little bit like Kate. Then Victor's sitting there. Then Kate comes, and they kind of have a little talk, and he was telling her about Maggie and everything, and she was saying about, it sounds like she's going to take steps to help herself and stuff. So so there was those scenes with Kate. And what else with Kate? Oh, Kate had some scenes with Marlena talking about Will, their conversations. That was nice, and they kind of were there to support each other. The grandmas.
Yeah.
The grandma. I have to kind of cringe when I say that. Grandmas. The grandmas. I look at them and I'm thinking, okay, grandmas, yeah. So that was nice. And then we did have scenes. Was that this week too? At the beginning of the week, Jen, with Roman and Kate.
Yep. Roman and Kate.
Oh, it's right. I watched that.
Yeah, I think that was at the beginning, and she was in the room crying, and Roman was. They were both in to see Will together, Roman and Kate. So it was nice to see them, and he said he was always there to support her. So they had some nice scenes together. And there, I think it's, because I know there's a lot of Kamen fans out there that really like to see them together. So that was nice. Yeah. So we had some Kate. Did have some Kate moments. I was trying to jot down with scenes we had with Kate, but so we're really enjoying. So that's where we stand with Victor. Oh, with Xander. So Sarah took the book, and now they're working on the antidote. And in the meantime, Eve is all upset. She finds out that Xander gave and she's all upset because now she's worried. That first of all, she's worried that Xander was going to say that he got it from Eve, but he didn't. He didn't. He said that he actually got it at that warehouse. It was he got it from there. Of course, Brady wasn't believing him. And then she's also worried that there's something in there that could get Jack's memory back. So,
right.
Yeah. So that was with Eve and Jack, and
I think Jennifer just needs to club Jack over the head at least once a week, and eventually, it's all going to come together for him.
Yeah, I keep thinking each time he gets knocked in the head, because now it's happened twice, that one of these times he gets knocked on the head again, he's going to get his memory back. Yeah.
Oh, wouldn't it be funny if it were as simple as that? And Rolf, has all these complicated chemical compounds and calculations, and it's like, really, just bump him on the head.
Yeah. So, and of course, when we had scenes with Will and Sonny, they're all mushy. But Sonny thinks he's dying, and they want to get married. So they're trying to get together to get married. And, of course, Marlena's calling Sammy. Kate's calling Lucas. So they're going to be coming in because they say Kayla's saying it's a matter date. Oh, and next week's supposed to be Carolyn's funeral, too, I think.
Oh, okay.
Kayla has to call everybody, and I don't know how they're just going to probably say she passed away, I guess. I don't know how they're going to, so everybody will be coming in for that. And I think I saw there's something for next week. It was a preview for next week, and it's Kayla toasting her mother, and you see a lot of them sitting in the Brady pub. So it'll be different things coming there. Yeah. What's that?
I'm hoping part of that is a nightmare.
What part?
Why?
Wife kissing. No.
Rafe kissing Carrie. I think we talked about that. Yeah, it shows Rafe kissing Carrie.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know. Yeah, well, because Rafe is available now, right? So Hope and him are done, and then we see the scenes with Hope and Ted wants her to accept that bracelet he tried to give her before. No, she doesn't want it. She's telling him, she's moving slow. And then there was another Kate scene with her because she ran into Hope and she saw them talking. She's warning him, stay away from Ted. He's of all this because of can't believe because of what he did to Will and Sonny that Hope even wants anything to do with him. And of course, he's still his slimeball self. And I think they go in. I think they go in Ted and Hope. I think it was Ted that Chloe Chloe introduced. She was there with Rex. Her and Rex are kind of bonding. Chloe and Rex. And I thought it was funny. I think I'm not sure, Jim, but I think she introduced Ted to Rex. And the way she said it, she said, this is Rex Brady. And he looks at him and he shakes his hand. He says, another Brady? And he kind of looks, he says, yeah, there's lots of us.
Oh, yeah.
When he said it that way, another Brady? So that was kind of a play on him and, the other Brady. Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. I kind of picked up on that, and I thought that was funny. So, Chloe and Rex have been crying on, been kind of getting chummy all of a sudden. And then Eric was talking to Marlena, and I don't know, I think Rex almost overheard him saying about Sarah, because Marlena was trying to encourage him to go after Sarah again. But I don't think Rex overheard it. I don't know. I don't think so. We're still not at that time. I don't know when. I don't know how they break up, but eventually I know they do somehow. So we had that. Oh, and then we had Ted, who wants to play the hero now.
Yep.
So he knows that Xander fudged the autopsy. Really said that it wasn't that girl. It wasn't Holly. So, but Xander made it seem yes, it was Holly. So he knows that there's the real reports are somewhere. So he gets into the DiMera mansion, finds it. The Kuriakis, or into Xander's room. I think he finds it. Does he find it in Xander's room somehow? I think he finds the files showing that Holly is really alive, and he figures, I'm going to go and tell Nicole this. And then Hope's going to be that I can go tell Hope that I found this, and I told Nicole, and he saves the day, because he does not know. He knows there's a boss for Xander, but he doesn't know it's Kristen as Nicole. He doesn't know. He's in that. He's in cahoots with them, but not that far in.
Not that far.
So he.
Because I think Kristen at one point said, I'm not going to fill Ted in on this part or something like that.
Right.
Seems like she said that a while back.
So I digress because, Nicole ends up at the DiMera mansion because she went to tell Stefan that he should hire her. And, of course, this is Kristen who wants back into the family business.
So Kristen shows up as herself? Or as Nicole?
Kristen shows up as Nicole.
Oh,
as Nicole.
Gotcha.
And wants, saying that she would be good. She wants him to start up Basic Black again because he dissolved that that company because now he has Gabi Chic. So there's no Basic Black, but he still owns the rights to it or whatever. And she wants him to start it again and put her in charge. And he's, but when she's in there, she's looking around and thinking to herself, oh, this is home. And, and she's looking at Stefano's picture. And so Stefan goes, he's considering it. So he goes to make a call, and she's there talking to, as Nicole, she's kind of talking to Stefano's picture. And all of a sudden she sees Gabi standing in the doorway. But I think Gabi came because she says, how long were you there? How long have you been standing there? But Gabi doesn't suspect. She thinks it's Nicole. And she wonders why. Of course, Gabi's a little threatened because she thinks, well, wait a minute. What did she call it? Oh, she called it shabby chic.
Yep.
Instead of Gabi chic. Oh, we don't need shabby chic.
Well, and realistically, why would Nicole already be looking to build up a business again when her daughter just died? I mean, that's kind of dumb.
Yeah, well, I don't know, Jen. Didn't Stefan point that out? He did say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
He did say that. She said, of course, well, she needs to move on. She needs to, do this for Holly. She gave a convincing, but they did cover that point. Stefan did.
That's good.
Yeah, Stefan did ask that. So she's, and of course, Gabi's kind of worried about that. So anyway, so there's Nicole. Now, I guess, and Ted shows up at the DiMera mansion. I don't know how Ted knew that she was there. I don't know. Did you figure that? Did he call her? Oh, he kept calling her.
Right? And she said, I'm in a meeting with Stefan.
Oh, okay. I knew. Okay, she did say something to him about being there. So then he comes over to the DiMera mansion, and of course he says he has good news for her. And she says, what are you talking about? And he proceeds to tell her that Holly is alive, that those results were, Xander messed with the results. And, of course, it's really Kristen dying here. Now, like oh, my God, what am I going to do? So he's
so
standing
Ted
there.
Ted is telling Kristen, dressed up as Nicole?
Yep.
Yes, that
Ted
Holly
goes
is
over
alive.
To the mansion and says Holly's
yes.
alive? Okay. Was anybody else
Holly's
around
alive.
when he told her
No.
No. So, of course, that just would ruin all of Kristen's plans.
Oh, their
and Ted can understand why Nicole is not happy about this. But Nicole is more or less or Kristen is saying, "Oh, I can't. How can I believe you? You're just trying to trick me. They told me she was dead. I don't believe you." So he's standing there, and all of a sudden, she just goes over by the fireplace and picks up this poker, and all of a sudden, bam! She knocks him, hits him with it. So he's laying. I don't know. I don't know if he's dead. Looks like he might be dead because he hit her. She hit him pretty hard with a poker. So.
I didn't see that part.
Who?
I didn't see her hit him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She hit him, and he fell on the. He fell down. Didn't you see him falling down, laying on the? And she said something to Stefano about, "Oh, you would be proud of me. This is what I have to do."
Okay.
So
yeah.
Yeah. Do you think she's killed him?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if she killed him or just knocked him out, and I don't know. Because it kind of ended on Friday. That's kind of how it ended.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was kind of the ending. Yeah. So I said, poor old Ted. Dumb Ted. He didn't know what was going on. So,
yeah. It was interesting the week before how Rex and Sarah were going over Rolf's stuff, and they find, pictures of the whole face skin thingy, and I was like, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, how long is it going to take for them to figure this out?
Yeah, and nothing, they haven't really kind of put that, like, 2 and 2 together yet, so, you know what I mean, thinking, and Eric was kind of looking through the things too about the whole mask thing and stuff, and that's Rex said that's the only thing that they could find, So that seems yeah. Oh, and there was what else? Gabi, Kristen. And Abe. Oh, Stefan also offered Abe a job as his CCO, communications officer, or for probably like PR, I guess. So Abe's considering taking it because he told Abe that Stefan and Theo must play chess online, like a competition between them, and he's been in contact with Theo, and he says, Abe, you're still really part of the family. He said, and because the whole thing now with the DiMeras is they're taking a hit. I guess DiMera is kind of having problems, and everybody knows it, and he's trying to help strengthen it. So I'm thinking this is probably the setup now for next month for Tony or Andre or whoever coming back. Another DiMera. Of course, we got Kristen in the mix trying to come into it as Nicole. I don't know what her whole game plan is there. It is to get Brady back, because Xander asked her, well, what's going to happen when you take the mask off and you're not Nicole and it's Kristen? I guess she thinks, I don't know where her logic is. Like, if she wins Brady back as Nicole.
She's obviously crazy. When she tore up the hotel room and all that. She's obviously not playing with a full deck as it is.
That's true.
But it is kind of funny that she would go this far and have not considered that to this point.
Yeah.
I think she's going to win back his heart and then be like, well, I'm really Kristen, so you really do love me, you know. That must be what she's thinking.
And hey, wait a minute. I'm not Nicole. I'm Kristen. See, you really But I guess that's her. I guess that's her logic. And then Xander was also talking to her about, you came. We both came back alive. He says, how about those others? He called them the others that are there. He says, AD, and he did say SDs. Like he did mention Stefano. So I don't know. And then I think Vivian Alamain, like VA, Vivian Alamain, and he says, well, AD. He said, who is that? He said, I'm thinking Andre, right? It's Andre DiMera. He said, but then again, it could be Antony DiMera. And Kristen's just like not letting on. She's just kind of like smiling. So that was kind of a little foreshadowing that, of who's going to be coming back. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So
love it.
Yeah. What else?
So now we need to have Sarah needs to run into Xander getting out of the shower or something. They've got to have like at least a shirtless, like with a towel wrapped around his waist thing where there's got to be something like that.
Jenna, isn't there something in the preview? Xander and Sarah are kind of toasting the love or something. Yeah. Yeah, like I'm thinking maybe at this point something happened between Sarah and Rex. I'm not sure. So something's kind of going to be going on with them, I think. Yeah, Chloe, I don't know. I have a feeling Chloe and Rex are going to go off together because we do know they are both leaving. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. I had to crack up last week when Chloe said it was the worst mistake she ever made was falling in love with Stefan, and I'm like, I think you had a few worse mistakes than that, but we'll just leave it there. Yeah. But anyway. Yeah. You said what? And then let's see. I'm trying to think who. We also had Ben, who got arrested. I think we maybe covered that a little bit. He got arrested for
arson,
setting the cabin on fire because he picked the lighter up, and Eli came, and all signs point to that. And then Claire runs into Sierra, and she says that about Ben being at the cabin or whatever and tripping Haley. So they arrest Tripp and they arrest Haley, and now Haley has to say goodbye to JJ, and they had the whole scene in the hospital, which was I do really like them together. She has to go back to China, and he wants to go back with her, and she doesn't want him to go back. He needs to stay here, and she's going to try to work on her visa to come back. And then Melinda comes in and says she's not going to be going alone. She's going to go back to China with her. And she's going to they're going to try to work on a visa to get her back. So we had that whole thing with, so I guess they're leaving, but I thought maybe Haley was staying. I didn't hear anything that she was leaving. Did you, Jen?
No, I didn't. I think something's going to happen at the last minute.
At the last minute? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I like her.
I do. I like her with JJ.
Yeah, with JJ.
Yeah, we got to find somebody, like for JJ, yeah. So we had that going on, and let's see, and then the whole thing with Ben. So Oh, and even Hope was talking to Ted, and she's saying she's even having her doubts now about Ben setting it. She says that was Tripp and Haley. What is his motive? You know, he had no reason to go after Tripp or Haley. So they have to start thinking of, and Sierra came to see Ben, and he explained the whole thing about the music and everything. So he's kind of convinced her that it's Claire, and they have some kind of plan going on, I think, to try to set up Claire. So I think that we'll probably be seeing more of that. So, yeah. I don't know. Let's see. I think we have a caller. I think it might be Angela, if I'm not sure.
Oh, cool.
Bring her on. Yeah. I think I just have to see. Hello?
Hey there. How are you?
Oh, it's Angela.
Hey,
Angela. Hey.
There's some bad feedback.
I'm sorry. I was sitting here just eating grapes and listening. I wasn't quite sure that y'all were saying hello to me or not. That's an interesting story about what's going on with Claire. I'm kind of ready for Claire Bear to go, though. I don't know. I think it's because maybe I'm not watching it enough. But it's good. At least that Hope is getting some type of clue.
Yeah, I don't know so much about Claire, but is that my phone? You guys hear an echo?
Yeah, there's some really loud something going on.
It's probably my speaker. Hold on.
I can hear somebody else's voice.
Is that better? Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I think so.
Is that better?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I have a dumb question because I haven't been watching it very diligently, I'm afraid. But so was it the reason is that Abe is really considering this job is because he didn't win the mayor election, and he has nothing else he could do, or am I missing a piece of the story?
Yeah. Or do you think
Abe needs to
CEO?
I don't know. They didn't really explain that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because Abe has always hated the DiMeras. So it's like
the DiMeras, right? Yeah. Unless he thinks, being that, I could keep an eye on them better or something. I don't know. But yeah, he's considering it because he even told Jen or something. Did he tell Jen or something?
Yep.
That it would be something that, you're probably not going to like it, because she kind of found it hard to believe. And I don't know, Jen, do you remember what he said? Did he say? I don't know how if he defended it or not. I don't know. I can't remember.
He just said he was thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he really didn't go into too much detail.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we have all these new people, and then, of course, Kristen as Nicole trying to get in, too, for a job. And then, Gabi's trying to still get Stefan to marry Stefan so she can try to take control herself.
I just don't know. Yeah, they have completely since Ron has come. He has truly given Gabi a real story. I have to admit, and that's really good for Camilla. I still, especially if I'm not watching it every week and watching it pretty regularly, and I'm just reading through what's going on, I'm just kind of going, I just don't know if I get it or not. But I think it's because I'm not watching it.
I kind of like the Stefan and Gabi chemistry, like the she hates him, but it's like and I didn't think I was going to like Brandon Barash, but I really do like him in that role.
I love Brandon Barash. I loved him on the
he's a better. He kind of made that. He softened Stefan.
Yeah, I didn't like him as much on General Hospital, but I really like him in this role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's doing a good job in this role. I like his Stefan better than the other one, but they're two different. They're playing it two different ways. So he's put his own mark on it. So,
well,
yeah.
Is he still scheduled to leave, or is it unknown?
I think he's scheduled to leave, but I don't know if he comes back. That's the only thing. But I heard he was I heard he was already gone. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I really do think he's a good actor, and I think that when Ron put together the story for Stefan, yeah, obviously some things didn't go well with that, things that probably some people with history should have realized was not a good idea. But anyway, that it was what it was. And then they had all kinds of other drama going on the set. But I think that the thought behind the Stefan story was fairly well thought out.
I don't know about that one. He didn't.
You don't think so? And so therefore now Brandon's there. We've gotten rid of the problem, and so now things are more interesting.
But they created the one thing I didn't like is they created a whole new son for Stefano to be in charge when they had one already that should have been in Andre or Tony. That's
they had perfectly good sons that could have taken over, or Kate.
Right.
Yeah.
Two of them, yeah. And they chose to get rid of it, and it's they continuously do that. Now,
go ahead. I'm just thinking about demographic-wise that they're looking for somebody, and I mean, to me, of course, and I'm not a Chad fan, so I just
although he's coming back too,
a faux DiMera, I don't really count him, but I think maybe they still had some hope at some point about whether or not James Scott would come back. And this would, because again, the Stefan character I think is closer to EJ than, I'm not saying he's the EJ character because he's not. And Lord knows, please, people on Twitter, leave me alone. I don't want to get in any type of.
Well, he's closer to the EJ character than Chad was. He definitely is closer to the EJ character than Chad was.
I just wanted Billy Flynn to be gone and not come back. I just really did. I was really disappointed about
back, but I don't know for how long though. I don't know if this. I don't know. Seems like anymore. Well, they just more or less they don't keep. They come and go anymore.
Well,
everybody.
I had a question. Did you see that on Twitter? I saw this. I don't know if this was today or yesterday. There was a picture on Twitter from Kate Mansi, and. And I couldn't even really tell even where she was. It didn't look like a set necessarily, but she just said something like, "This is my town," or "This is my." I don't know. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was some type of declarative thing. This is where I belong. And I thought, and it was just really an odd picture, and I just didn't get it, but I didn't recognize it, and I didn't know. If they have her somewhere sequestered, or if that was just really just some strange location that they just shot.
I didn't see anything that she tweeted. I mean, I do follow her on Twitter, but I didn't see that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long they're back.
Yeah, like I said, I do think it's important to me that Abigail eventually is back on the show. I really do. I think from just to have the Devereaux family, I think that's a good thing. But like I said, but having her and Chad, no, I don't care about that part at all. but anyway, but look for that Twitter. See what they think, because like I said, I ran across it, and because especially I really have not seen it very closely at all. This coming week, I am going to try to watch it more. I'll have more of an opportunity to watch it. And I'm anxious to see, because sometimes you just can't tell if you haven't actually been watching it very regularly, and I just haven't, so I didn't know what the scoop was with that. But now, Jen, were you saying as far as you don't like Brandon as Stefan, or
I like
what was
Tyler better. I like Tyler better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you do like Tyler better? Okay.
sounds like he's doing better. I hope everything is working out for him.
Yeah. Who knows? He might even be back. I don't know. It just seems like, Billy came back, so I don't know. He could possibly come back. I don't know. What they're going to do with it. Character.
I don't know how many revolving Stefans you want coming.
Yeah.
I think that because we have we know Andre and Tony are coming back, which is good, and there's always that glimmer of hope that someday, maybe somehow, they'll have something going on. Is anybody really concerned that Will might not make it through this health scare?
No.
Okay.
He's going to make it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I tell you, they have the diary now, so the cure is just around the corner, and I'm sure he's going to be fine. Just like Marlena, we know she wasn't going to die, but she was close to death, and she. Yeah.
But how do you get Eve that invested to get Rolf's diary?
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Is that the way it worked? She ended up with the diary?
She has the diary. Yes. Yeah. And that's just to keep it away so Jack wouldn't get his memory back. But then Xander took it off of her. Yeah, Xander took it from her as leverage, against her.
I think,
but then with this whole thing with Will
from
came
a mother's perspective, I think it got to her because she lost her daughter. And just seeing them go through that with Will, I think that was, kind of what was getting to her.
But
that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that.
She was still torn too, but she could have.
Also, she hates Ben, and he killed, quote unquote, killed Will as well. So it's like, I think she's feeling like it's kind of hard to explain. But anyway.
Yeah, she's just not very likable right now. Eve is just not, her and Jack are just nasty.
I don't know. I'm enjoying them being badasses. I'm liking it. I'm liking them being badasses. I want
Yes.
What's that? It sounds like most people really are pleased that Jack is back and are pleased with what they're doing.
It's like they have him back.
So I think that's great.
But we all know he's going to get his memory back in time. It's just a matter of time. But
Jennifer just needs to keep hitting him over the head, like I said earlier.
No,
but
his ass.
There you go.
Do y'all really think they're going to get rid of Ted that easily? You said earlier, was he the one that got hit over the head pretty hard?
Jack?
With the poker? Kristen?
Yeah.
Ted.
Yeah, whoever.
Oh, Ted.
Was it Ted? Was it Ted?
Mm-hmm.
I just think that's too easy to get rid of him that easy. It's like.
Yeah. She could have just knocked him. I don't know because we don't know. She could have just knocked him out and then send him off somewhere to DiMera Island or something. I don't know. Or what's going to happen. I don't know.
Well,
I thought maybe she was going to take the mask off and say that she's Kristen and then threaten him or something, and let him in on the whole secret thing. So I don't know. But she didn't.
Does anybody know the date when Rob and Strasser are supposed to come?
I hope it's soon.
I don't. What's that?
I hope it's soon. I hope she's playing Xander's mother. That would be good.
Yeah. I think that
I
think it's out there that she's Vivian. I think I'm pretty sure.
I think I think that's the way it looked before when I can't believe I can't think of her name, Louise Terrell. When she did come initially, I think that there had been some hope that maybe, but I really, like I said, Robin Strasser loves to act, and I just think it's just a great opportunity for her to be able to get back in front of the audiences. And she was a good actress. I mean, she was an excellent actress on One Life to Live, and years and years and years ago when I was very little, I can remember Another World with Steve and Rachel.
Steve and Rachel. She was Rachel.
She
was
was
on
Another World?
Oh my gosh, yes. That was
like
1970, like 73, 74. I mean, I was little, but it was
Didn't she play Rachel?
Huge story.
The original
she played
Rachel?
She played in Constance Ford,
Before.
the actress that was in like Place in the Sun and all that. She was on Another World. She played her mother. And,
wow!
And it was it was really good. And I think Sam Groom. I'm trying to think. Sam Groom was in there too, and he was, I guess he was Alice's brother. And so I think that's
Sam
right.
Groom. Didn't he play Didn't he play Alice's brother?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then of course he married
I can't think of the
Suzanne
name.
Rogers in real life. I don't know how long they were married, but they were married for a little while. And I think that's the only time Suzanne Rogers has ever been married. And so anyway,
I
like
remember
I said,
him.
But Rachel was just a holy terror, and my grandmother could not stand her. But I remember growing up in Columbia,
Steve Alice.
Channel 10 WIS was the strong signal. It was the only VHS channel. I guess that was they don't even know what VHS or UHF is. But I mean, it was the story. I mean, like I said, they really loved it. That book by I can't remember, it was Harding LeMay or some one of the writers, the big key writers on Another World during that time period, wrote a great book called 8 Years in Another World, and I got that thing off Amazon or something for really cheap. But it was really
basically you can get 3 channels back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Well, but it's always amazing when you read about these folks from years ago writing these shows, and they were literally almost writing them by themselves, and it's just taking up. We get so frustrated with the way it is now because you got the head writer and the associate head writers and the writers and an editor and all these different people. But I mean, I really cannot imagine how you sign up for more than a year or two at the most to be the writer on one of these shows. I mean, even back when they were 30 minutes, I mean, it would just be all-consuming because you making up somebody else's little world for 5 days a week. So anyway, but it is. If you do get a chance to I think you can download it on Amazon or something pretty cheap. And it's really quite interesting that it has a lot of little tidbits about a lot of the different actors. But Robin Strasser was great, and she was great on My Life to Live as well. And she and Vicki had a really good, rivalry going. So I'm looking forward to her coming on at least for a little while, if not for longer.
Yeah, and her and Cassie are good together too.
Mhm. Oh, I know they're great. They're great.
I think she'll make a good Vivian. I think she'll do. If she is Vivian, I think what she is. I think she'll make a good Vivian. So, all right. I don't know. I think we covered everything. I don't know, Jen. Can you think of anything else on the show or storylines?
What is Victor's problem with Abe?
Oh, Victor and Abe. I don't know. I thought they could. Yeah. No, thought they got along, didn't they? I guess not. Victor doesn't get along with anybody, though.
Yeah, it's like, what's his problem?
Yeah, I know. Victor he doesn't get along with Maggie sometimes.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. No.
And my question, where was Justin and Adrian?
Yes, where are they with Will dying and to be there for Sonny? Yeah. I know. They're calling everybody, and, everybody's coming in, like John and Marlena are there, and Roman and Kate, and everybody's calling Sammy and Lucas. But, Justin and Adrian. They haven't been on in a long time.
I know. I miss them.
Mm-hmm. All right. I guess I don't know. Everybody have anything else? See it until next week, or I think next week, like we said, is I think next week's supposed to be Caroline's funeral. I think so. I don't know if that's going to be most of the week or just one one whole day for that. I don't know.
They
so
better give it one day. I'll be really mad.
I think it has to be one day because there's just so few people that they were able to get back, in the schedule.
Oh, yeah. One more thing, too, on the show.
If you get too far into that one, then it's gonna all be. But where is so and so? Where is so and so?
Right. It's probably one day probably dedicated to that, I would think. Oh, and one other thing on the show was Lani and Rafe. She kind of kissed Rafe, and he's kind of like, hey, we can't, and he finally got her to see, and she had the realization that, whoa, wait a minute, I'm not David's mother, and I've been getting way too close with this. She kind of had a break. She did a very good job, again, and she kind of broke down, and she apologized to David for trying to replace him and all that, and there's some good scenes with her with that whole situation, yeah. So, yeah, that was, emotional. She was very emotional. It was good. So. Okay. Other than that, though, it just kind of popped in when I was thinking of Rafe and Carrie kissing. I don't know why. And it just made me think of that.
Oh, my God.
So,
are we really going back to that?
God, I hope not.
Yeah, it's in the I don't know. It's in the previews. So, I don't know. And I heard rumors that Noah is really Rafe's and not Austin's. But then again, we never saw Rafe and Carrie sleep together, so I don't know.
Right.
They never really did, as far as I can remember. So I don't know. And that could be just speculation of people talking about that.
Sure.
So,
Well,
I thought they said Carrie has a surprise or a secret or something.
Everybody's desperate for Rafe to have a child of his own because he's always
yes.
some odd man out.
So this could.
And
we all thought it was going to be Sammy was going to be pregnant again. With Rafe.
I couldn't
but that didn't happen.
That would, thank God.
Yeah.
But I do think
that didn't happen.
I just remembered him at that. It was that cabin that they used a lot of times as a safe house. I don't know if it was a safe house then or not. I can't remember the storyline exactly. But I just remember that it was only about 4 episodes where Carrie and Rafe, had somehow discovered one another. And, and it was just, that was the oddest thing. Cause it was like, it just came out of the blue sky, and then just went away. But I remember how weird that was, because it was John and Marlena and Carrie and Rafe, and I don't know. So, but anyway.
I don't think Austin comes back with her, so, which is kind of makes you wonder. So, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Well, they can always bring the second Austin back. I don't think Patrick Muldoon would come back, but I think the other Austin would.
Yeah, I think he's come back before. Yeah.
Has he? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, everyone. I think we got everything.
All right. Good hearing from everybody.
Have a good week.
Everybody's input.
Have a good rest of the weekend.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
See what happens this week.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.